11 things school won't teach you. Have you ever wondered what are some of the valuable lessons you should learn in school? But the problem is they're not willing to teach you that. The school will teach you many things like chemistry, algebra, and physics, but there are a lot of things in life that you should know to excel. So, welcome back, guys. If you're curious to know 11 things school won't teach you, keep on watching till the end. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Millionaires Insight, so that you can discover super interesting information every day. Number 11, the art of failing with grace. How to bounce back when you fail is a skill that you must learn in school in order to succeed in life. School is a place that trains us for success, but if there's one reality that you should get used to when you're young, it's failure. Failure as a subject would be cool. To be honest, I would be one of the students who will hate the class initially. The school system trains us to dread failure, and this keeps us from taking chances in life. I think how to deal with failure would be an excellent exercise. School will never teach you how to face failure and what you should do if you encounter defeat and frustration in life. The most successful people are those who know how to fail with grace and how to bounce back refreshed and ready for the next challenge. Number 10, how to be a better leader. Guys, the most important thing that schools won't teach you is how to be a better leader, or more specifically, how to be a people's leader. Leadership skills are something that should be a top priority in all institutions. Students should be taught well in this domain. Their leadership skills must be polished, but sadly, that doesn't happen very frequently. Leaders who have degrees are no more effective and perform no better than those who don't. According to Harvard Business Review study of 100 best performing CEOs in the world, only 24% had degrees. Successful leaders must be aware of their strengths and weaknesses. They have to convey positivity and motivate those around them. These are not things that you can discover in a classroom setting because no one ever pays attention to these skills at school level. Number 9, face harsh realities. Life isn't fair. The most difficult and cruel reality that a person has to face is that life is not always fair. You cannot always expect fairness in every matter of life. There's a modern trend towards equality in academia and schools' competitive sports, and as such, the knowledge of how to deal with failure properly and face harsh realities is being avoided, and thus not learned. It is an increasing practice of academia and sports to defend every student's act of self-awareness. And as a result, students are not being told that their schoolworks are unsatisfactory and worthy of a failing grade. This has made students mediocre and fearful of taking risks. Facing and accepting the truth and learning from failure teaches tenacity, gumption, character, and makes one tougher and more capable of navigating life's inevitable ups and downs. Number 8, how to make real friends. In school, we teach language, but we don't teach communication. People grow up with this idea of themselves being able to do certain things and not being able to do others based on personality, and it constitutes a very limiting belief. In real life, people are always playing a character even when they're themselves, so why not teach how to communicate to blend into any new environment? There are numerous nonverbal ways to communication that can be taught. I believe a subject can be created based on that. The only issue is that if you call it nonverbal communication class, it won't be interesting to students. But if you call it how to make friends, everybody will love the class. Number 7, how to face criticism. Whether you like it or not, criticism is now part of our society. With social media, it is now off the hook, as anybody can criticize from anywhere. And with younger people trying enterprising things, especially on the internet, people need to be taught criticism as a subject in school. On one hand, people should be taught how to give constructive criticism. On the other hand, they should be taught how to take criticism. If we, through practice from school, learn how to express criticism without pain and how to take it without feeling personally attacked, the quality of life will go up by several meters. Number 6, anything related to money. School doesn't teach about money, they teach about math and how to do arithmetic, but no education about money and how it works. You would be surprised at how many people wouldn't be using arithmetics in real life if not because of money. If that then is the case, why do we teach math in school and not money? What does it mean to teach money? First, to teach the history of money. With an ignorance about that history, people have preconditioned themselves to earn it. They become money's slave just because they don't understand it. Also, schools need to teach today's reality of money. This is the current state of money. Schools need to teach the thinking and ideology that shaped the current monetary system. Schools need to teach about the banks and how the banking system works. They should teach about what central banks are and what they're capable of. Everybody is going to deal with money. Everybody is going to get tested in the real world about the subject of money. Why do we refrain from teaching this important subject in school? Number 5, how to pay taxes. I know people study taxes as part of their profession. In fact, it is a specialized knowledge, but everything begins from the basics. Schools should teach a subject that educates about taxes. Everybody will have to deal with taxes one way or the other. Schools should teach the history of taxes, and the history of taxes is very interesting. If you haven't studied it, I challenge you to study on it. The idea always begins with a politician or a government official saying, "Let us take from the rich and help everybody else." And in the end, it becomes something everybody else pays except the rich. Schools should also teach how taxation is done today, and then how the government spends money from taxes. And of course, the basic rules and regulations for taxes should also be taught. I believe society will benefit from people making smarter choices when it comes to money and taxes. Number 4, self-defense. It is the basic right to have self-defense. It is the job or duty of the school to prepare the students for adult life. Furthermore, it is a reality that learning self-defense is necessary for protecting the well-being of yourself and your loved ones. The world is full of dangerous people that harmed you in different ways. To stay safe, one must learn self-defense. It boosts your confidence, keeps you happy, and allows you to live a highly successful life. Number 3, self-assessment. Self-assessment is an essential thing that you should learn to lead a happy life. Taking a long, hard look at yourself and acknowledging that you're truly good at, as well as what you're not so good at, is probably one of the most challenging aspects of life. Few people can truly do it. It takes practice, and being able to come to terms with what you need to improve on can make you a much better person in all aspects of your life. Schools never teach you to reflect on yourself and your mistakes, and this is one thing you have to learn in the real world after facing relentless realities of life. Number 2, spotting a scam. As a rule, schools don't tend to teach children about how to spot the signs of a swindler, and getting fleeced at least once is currently the only way to learn this incredible amount of scams that plague the world. Knowing a dodgy deal when you see one is something that comes in handy in today's world, especially in a day and age in which so many are able to hide behind the shifting face of the internet. Teaching students to spot a scam can allow them to go a long way in life. Number 1, importance on mental health. Occasionally, schools will host workshops and activity days where various society health representatives will totter from classroom to classroom, but for the most part, the aspect of mental health is left entirely up to the school's counselor, if they have one. For the most part, today's youth are largely kept in the dark about the specifics of mental health, with issues like depression being very poorly understood. Raging teenage hormones are not the same as someone who's dealing with depression, and high-quality mental health education is needed in every school in order to help everyone learn about the more troubling conditions of the mind. Guys, this is it for today's video. What do you think are the things schools won't teach you? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching.